What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Marvel's Avengers, in my opinion, idiotic decision. Now, that could not be that big of a surprise to that many people. This was floating around the internet today. I found this on Twitter. If you guys are new here, if you guys do like this stuff, make sure you're, as always, subscribed. Bell icon. If you guys want to follow me over on Twitter, Podcast Now 15 is my Twitter handle. This is where I found this, and then it kind of just snowballed from here. So basically, Marvel, and this is what Push Square says about it. Marvel's Avengers will nerf level progression when PS5 version launches, and now they're a PlayStation-centric website. So when the next gen updates come out, also I guess when it correlates with a patch. So when the next gen upgrades happen, March 18th, when Hawkeye comes out, all that stuff happening at the same time, this will also be happening. It's kind of like an Amazing Christmas, and then you get just something that you don't want, which is what this is. So basically, what they said is that when you reach level 25, so 25 to 50, remember there's 50 levels in this game, the leveling will slow down. Up until this point, they said that the levels are like, it was actually just kind of a straight line. That's actually their official quote about it. They said it's a straight line. Every level requires the same amount of XP to reach. This has led to pacing issues such as skill points currently being rewarded too fast, which may be confusing and overwhelming to new players. We want each decision to invest in a skill or heroic to be more meaningful. Because of this, the number of experience points you need to level up will gradually increase as you reach level 25. So 1 to 25 will stay the same. 25 up will take a lot longer to be able to get to. They also talked about the randomness of the cosmetic rewards, that they are tweaking the randomness factor is being removed. This is being done to provide more player agency and clarity about how to obtain items. So that one, I don't mind as much. In fact, that kind of randomness, you take another step forward. Now, this isn't, fully it, but you look at like loot boxes, right? You look at what kind of EA has gotten themselves in trouble with. One of the words basically associated with loot boxes is random, right? It's a random kind of reward, and that can get companies into some pretty big trouble. So it's funny that they're taking away basically the word random. That random factor is being removed. But let's talk about, again, like the biggest thing, and the fact that I think they're lying. That's the number one thing I think I should say very early on in this video. I think they are 100% lying. They are not doing this whatsoever to make it less confusing to new players. Firstly, what new players? Secondly, it's not confusing. How is it confusing? Here's the reason. And I've been up and down with this game. I've said a lot of good things about this game that a lot of the people that say, oh, you hate on it too much, a lot of them just casually forget that how much I have said actually positive about this game. And then I've said a lot of negative things about this game, okay? There's no doubt. But with this, I do not see another way of handling it. I think if you love the game, if you hate the game, no matter where you stand, I think we should be able to all come together to say this is a stupid decision. This is a decision made to really keep people playing longer, but and not like in a predatory way, but just in like a negative way altogether. And so that's the reason. It's not to less confuse people. It's not to make it overall easier. It's because they're noticing, and they've noticed too late, by the way, that people have come in, done it, and left, okay? I've always told the story, even with me, the thing that kept me going past like week 1 or 2 was getting Iron Man all the way. So getting his power level max and getting his actual level, like to level 50 all the way, okay? Now, you're going to get to level 50 before you get the power level, and maybe this can help that where you kind of reach them at the same time. I don't think it matters. I truly don't think it matters. Again, that's what kept me going. I played this game for about, and I've told this story before, I played this game for about a month straight. I played it literally every single night, a couple hours a night, 2-3 hours a night to get Iron Man all the way. And when I was done, I did not want to do that again with any other characters, mainly because of how grindy it is. And that's the other thing with this is, again, you could love it, you could hate it, whatever. The game is very grindy. There's zero doubt about it, and it still is very repetitive. You're still doing basically the exact same thing every single time over and over and over again. So what they've now just done is said, okay, look, people are leaving the game too fast. Again, without a doubt in my mind, I'd bet real world money on this, that if we could like hook them up to a lie detector test, or if we had some sort of ability to force people into just saying the truth, I guarantee you we could get them to say that they're doing it because of that, because people are leaving too quickly. They don't want that. They want people staying in their game as long as possible, which, you know, that by itself doesn't sound bad. In fact, when you make a game like this, okay, I don't advise making games like this in the first place, but if you do want to make a live service, you know, keeping people around for a long time, that's literally one of the main aspects, right? When you make a game like this, you have to consider in the fundamental, you know, stages of making the game, how do we keep people in this game over time? How do we get them to come back? How do we get them to not leave? And how do we get them to do that in a fun way? And that's the make or break. You can do it in a bad way, which is the way they've done it, and you can do it in a good way, which is the way they didn't do it, okay? And that's basically it. It's also kind of annoying and stupid that they've lined it up with Hawkeye. So they've lined it up again with the next gen versions. They've lined it up with Hawkeye. And again, why? Well, again, I would actually maybe bring back the word predatory, because they know, and I've said this before too, you're going to get a lot of the people that already have the game that do the free upgrade, okay? I'm going to be one of them. Maybe some of you guys are going to be one of them. Like, they're going to get those people. But there will, now we don't know the number, but there will factually be people that never bought the game back in September that will buy it now on their next gen console. I mean, that's just and again, it's also a factual thing that people continue to buy this game over time. Now, what are the numbers? Well, I don't think they're very good, and I don't think there's a lot of them, but there are. Okay, there are people. And what they're doing now is saying, okay, well, we have the next gen upgrade, so we know we're going to have probably a bigger group than just an average, say, Wednesday of people buying Marvel's Avengers. We're going to have a bigger group of people that are going to buy this game during this free upgrade period, or like the first day, the first week. We're going to have a lot of people. We need to do something to slow them down so that they stay in our game longer, because we know, realistically, we built a game that can last about a week, and that if you play it for like a week straight, you may not fully level up, but you will be burnt out of this game, and you will leave. And they probably know that. And so that's the whole kind of point of what they've been doing. So I think that's a reason. And also, the biggest reason, I think, is Hawkeye. So people are going to play, and let me walk you guys through this. I've said this before, too. A lot of games like this that have DLC characters, it's been done before, and one of the best examples I can think of is For Honor. Now, For Honor stayed around for a very long time. It's still doing pretty solid. But early on, it sold very well, like initially, did absolutely amazing. But then it literally fell off a cliff in terms of the player base. Every time they'd have new DLC, it jumped up like quite a bit. It had a huge peak, but it would literally fall back down like 2 to 3 days after the DLC character was out, okay? So it definitely had an issue, especially in the first couple of years, of lots of people, zero people. I mean, obviously not zero, but very low amount of people playing. Then a DLC character comes. Everybody plays it for like 2-3 days, and then everybody at the same time leaves. And again, I get it. You don't want that. Like, again, that kind of message or that idea is innocent enough. You don't want people to come in like me. I've said it before. Hawkeye, I'm installing this game. I'm gonna play it for 6 days, and then I'm out. I'm gonna play It Takes Two. There's gonna be movies that are out. I'm gonna play other games. I'm gonna get ready for Returnal in April. That's it. I'm not gonna play this game probably more than 5-6 days playing as Hawkeye. They don't want people like me. Okay, again, I get it. I understand that, but they don't want people that are gonna play this game for a few days to play as Hawkeye and then immediately leave the game. And again, it's not just me. I can tell you right now, I bet you 70, 80, 90% of the people are going to do that. It's going to be a high number. It's going to be a really high number, and it's going to be something kind of scary to see. I think it's going to be much bigger. Kate Bishop kind of did that, but I think Hawkeye is going to be even bigger, and I think Spider-Man will be the biggest. You'll see a lot of people playing it on PlayStation for a couple days, maybe a week or two, and then all of a sudden everybody will leave. So this leveling slowdown, again, is their attempt at saying, well, you want to get them to level 50, right? You want to be able to see, because remember what you're doing. The level 50 stuff, the normal level ranking, those are your abilities. That's you fighting. So if you don't level all the way up to 50, you're not going to get all the buffs to your attacks. You're also maybe not going to be able to see in action certain attacks that your character can do. And obviously they know that that's important to people. So what are they going to do? They're going to slow you down. Hey, you want to get Hawkeye level 35 to get to this cool arrow type? It's going to take you twice as long as before, but we know you want to see him fire that arrow, right? So you're going to do it. And that's the idea here. And again, there's a reason why they lined it up with the free upgrade and also Hawkeye. It's stupid. It's not, saying evil, going down that path is probably a little overkill, right? But it really is it's not a good thing to do. It is more of like a predatory thing that we can all kind of see it on the wall. It's like cheesy. It's lame. I have said nice things about it. I'm not going to say nice things about this. This is really, there's no other way around it. So I'm sorry for the people that were maybe looking for something positive about it. It's stupid. And another thing, too, is I think Evan Falarka mentioned this on Twitter. They're putting their attention towards this rather than anything else in the game. Now, yes, they obviously have Hawkeye, the upgrade, right? Stuff that we've even mentioned in this video, and they have added to the game. But they think that something like this is a little bit more important than maybe creating a new enemy type so we're not facing the same 5 robots over and over, okay? That's what they're focusing on instead. And that should probably also make you angry that they're focusing on slowing you down and keeping you in their boring game instead of making that boring game something exciting. And again, if you love the game or if you hate the game, I think we can still, if you love the game, well, this should still make you mad because they're still focusing on it when they could be making it even better. And if you hate the game, then you could be saying, well, they're focusing on this instead of doing literally anything with the game in the first place. You know what I mean? So that's how I would look at it. So let me know in the comments below, guys. What do you think? Are you upset about this? Are you is this a good thing maybe for you? Let me know. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. Again, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, Podcast Now 15 is my Twitter handle. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you all on the next video.